You know guys, one of my subscribers recently wrote me like, okay Elisa, you were doing a lot of the videos boosting the deposit on the currency pairs, but could you pull it off on indices? Because that's a different beast entirely. So I thought, why not? I'm launching an experiment, and honestly, I don't know how it's gonna end. It could be a win or a total fail, and that's exactly what makes it exciting. So I'm completely stepping out of my comfort zone to try deposit acceleration of unpopular assets. It's indices. So yeah, it's gonna be really exciting and risky. So let's check it out together. You will know a lot of the useful information today, so don't forget to put the like, and we are gonna start. So guys, let's get started now. I have $100 in my balance, and firstly we need to change our asset. And maybe for you it's gonna be the question, what are these numbers and letters? But I will explain you really soon. So firstly we choose this one, CAC40. I also choose the indicator zigzag and MACD. I already told you about these indicators, and of course we will need that today definitely to get a good entry points. So here we can see, for example, let's change the time frame of the chart. So by the zigzag, we'll look at the direction of the trends. We also find the support and resistance levels as well. It's pretty easy to do with this indicator. By the MACD, we also look at the histogram at the spin bars. If we see that the pin bars is above the zero level and they're green color, it could be a pretty strong buy signals, and it's the opposite. For example, when we see that our pin bars is below the zero level, they're red color, it could be a sell signal and more actually, but I just tell you the basics right now. So let's check it out, this one. As we can see, two lines of MACD is not crossing each other yet, but they will do it soon. So let's change our amount of money. Oh my god. And let's open here a sell trade for $100 for 2 minutes. This is everything that we have. So we can see by the zigzag indicator also that before it was the upward trend, our price achieved the resistance level. It actually became even lower than the previous one and started reversing in a downward direction. So after we could see that the two lines of MACD crossed each other and start going a little bit in the downward direction, but now it's changed because of this green candles happening on the chart. So let's wait here. Let's wait what result we're gonna have. But actually about the indices, but also about the indices, because a lot of the people that just start, of course, they don't even know that this kind of the assets exist, or they don't know what they are about. So we're gonna talk about this today, and also, are they worth trading? So when we talk usually about the options, the first thing, of course, that usually comes to mind is currency pairs. For example, Euro/USD and so on. But there's another category of assets that often gets overlooked. It's indices. So this includes the S&P 500, DAX, for example, FTSE, Nikkei, and others. Don't be scary, I know it's a lot of the new names, but we'll figure that out. But actually we have here just 15 seconds till the end of our trade. As we can see, it reversed in the direction that we need, so it's just 10 seconds till the end. I hope it's gonna be fine. Okay, it's 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close it in the plus. Here we are, we have $151 now, because the payout here is, by the way, 51%. Usually we trade like on 92% and everything, but actually here's some of them plus 73, just one of them I think. So here let's change it out to, so okay, here's pretty interesting. We're gonna open a sell trade here for 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna explain you why. So firstly, by the zigzag indicator, we can see that it's still the continuation of the downward trends, and we have our golden rule trend as our friend, so we follow it. Now in a different time frame, it looks like on the M1, it looked like at the start of the upward trend, but on the previous one we could see that it's pretty big red candle there, so the sellers is still showing their presence on the market. So that's why we open here a trade in a downward direction. Also the last pin bars in the MACD is red color, there's just one by the green color, and they are below the zero level, so it's pretty good sell signal. Two lines of MACD also cross each other before start going in the downward direction. Also crossing the pin bars on the histogram is pretty important, and for now there is no signs of the reversal, like a strong ones of the reversal in the market, so that's why. So but what are indices, guys? Hear me out. An index is a basket of stocks grouped together based on a certain criteria. like a region, for example, or sector. For example, S&P 500 represents the top 500 companies in the US. For example, second of all, DAX includes 40 leading German companies, and Nickel 225 reflects Japan's major corporate players. Now it started making sense, right? So when you trade indices, you're essentially predicting whether the index will go up or down over a certain period of time. By the way, now it's 25 seconds till the end of a trade. As we can see, it's going pretty well. And also the pretty important thing that we trade with the short time of the expiration, like 2 minutes, for example. So of course we take a look at every like noise of the chart, every candle, so it's pretty important. And it could be even like some short downward movement, but still we can open it straight and close it like this. So it's 3 seconds now, 2, 1, and we close it in a plus. Maybe in the future it will go in the upward direction, but for now it was definitely the short correction, and we catch it. It's pretty good. Now let's change to 3 minutes, and let's find some other currency pair. Actually, all of them mostly with 51% of the payout, but it's still fine, And guys, for those who's watching this video right now and thinking, I don't even know how to trade on currency pairs, like Lisa is making so much video about this, and now she's trading already on the indices. What are happening right now? But let me explain to you. You know, I have actually my Telegram channel where I post so many information about trading absolutely for free, because a lot of money, okay, it's a secret, selling this information for a lot of money to people. And these other people don't understand that they could find this information absolutely free in the internet, especially in my channel. So guys, you know where the link, of course, in the description of this video. And we are continue trading because you need to check it out by your own eyes. I'm here sell trade for 3 minutes, so we have enough time in case of something. But at the same time, by the zigzag indicator, we can see that's a downward trend. So this is just a correction of the price with these green candles. But in general, we can see that it's definitely the downward trend. We can see it also by the MACD. Two lines is crossing each other, going down the same direction. The pin bars is below the zero level. I think you already got my logic right. But you will ask me, what are the pros of trading indices? And I will answer to you. First of all, it's kind of more stable and predictable, but in the long run. Yeah, you heard me right. So indices are generally less volatile, but also depends on the situation in the world, right? So they less volatile than, for example, individual stocks or crypto. Second of all, it's less noise compared to the currency pairs, but actually for us, the noise is pretty important because we trade on the short time of the expiration and we need that. We trade on 2-3 minutes, and indices is mostly for people that trading with the long time of the expiration, like at least 30 minutes, 1 hour, and more. So actually the noise for the scalping, our type of trading, is pretty good. Also, it's pretty good for trend following strategies. So indices tend to move in long, clean trends. So it's great for riding the momentum. And it's also good if you trade with the longer time of the expiration, so you don't catch all of these fluctuations and correction candles and everything. And the last one is access to global market sentiment. So by trading indices, you're reacting to entire economic sectors or countries, not just single assets. But at the same time, it could be, of course, more difficult here to analyze entire economic sectors or countries than just, for example, single asset. So maybe for someone it's good, but if you don't want to analyze that much information, probably for example, the currency pairs or even the crypto or the stocks is going to be more easier because you focus on one thing, but not on like 500 companies or country. So yeah, guys, now it's 5 seconds till the end of our trade. It's going pretty well, as you can see. Our just price is moving literally next to the zigzag, so we'll close it in the plus. Okay, perfect. So let's change our amount of money, 344 already. It's pretty good. So here we open a sell trade for 3 minutes. I will explain you why. So we can see by the zigzag that our price creates a new resistance level by this line, but it still hasn't shown us a pretty strong downward trend. But we can see it also by the MACD indicator. So that's why it's good to use two indicators, for example, at the same time. So let me draw for you. So our trend should go, but it's already a pretty good start of the downward trend. So that's why we did it. And for 3 minutes is good in case of some fluctuations. We're still gonna close it because we don't have any room for the mistake. But also need to mention the cons of trading indices. First of all, lower volatility equals favor quick profit opportunities. So it's not ideal if you're looking for fast deposit acceleration. So that's why I didn't want to do that actually, because again, it's pretty low volatility, and that's why it could be not that good for fast deposit acceleration, of course. Because actually, it's not my first time recording this video right now, because I already told you before that fast deposit acceleration I do for a few times until I get the perfect video of all of the trades in the plus, because it's really hard. Even the currency pair is not even saying about the indices, so that's why for a long time I was not making this kind of the video, and now it's already not the first attempt me doing this. Yeah, I already spent a few hours doing that, but I'm sure we're gonna make it. So yeah, guys, I also want just to show that it's not the easy, thing. You cannot do it actually from the first attempt. Sometimes it's possible to do from the first attempt, but really, really rare. It's if you're really lucky with the currency pair, with the situation on the market, with the news, for example, and more. But at the same time, for some of the videos of how I boost my deposit, it took me like 10 times to make a video. So don't also think that this is all really fast and easy and everything. No, it's a lot of the work behind it, definitely. So now it's 15 seconds till the end of our trade. That's 13 seconds. Okay, it's going pretty well. Hope it's not gonna change. Oh my God, that's pretty close. This was pretty close. Okay, it's 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we close it in the plus. Okay, perfect. Let's delete everything. But it was pretty confident actually, pretty happy. I'm trying not also to be much excited, because when I start having a lot of the emotions, it's not going good, because you need to be calm when you trade. And let's change to 2 minutes, and we're gonna open a sell trade here, because we can see in journal it's the downward trend. We also can change it. For example, now it's in 1 time frame of the candles, and it's kind of look different. But at the same time, we still can see a pretty strong downward trend in general. So here is our new resistance level, and it could be our new support level, or maybe the price will reverse and go even lower than this level. So it's pretty nice. So we mostly follow the trend here. That's why I use the zigzag. And by the MACD, we also catch all of this noise of the market, even though it's sometimes hard because, again, it's lower volatility here. So let's wait. It's 1 minute, 20 seconds. Also, it's lower liquidity on some platforms. So you might experience slippage, also delays, or even unavailable quotes. So for me, it's not good because I want to trade when I want it. And also it's limited trading hours. For me, it's one of the biggest disadvantage, because in the currency pairs, you don't have it. Of course, you have it in the real market, but sometimes you can choose the OTC as well. Because unlike currency pairs, which are open 24 hours, sometimes even on the weekends, especially if you choose to trade with OTC, indices are only available during specific market sessions. And of course, it's not good. By the way, it's 8 seconds till the end. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close it in the plus. We are, damn, it's pretty good today. Okay, I'm not that sad about indices anymore. Okay, but it's 51% of the payouts. That's still fine. Okay, let's open here sell trade for 2 minutes. Again, we can see by the zigzag, it's downward trend in general. When we change it to M1, of course, it's different. So here is some kind of the resistance level for now. And here, kind of look like with our previous situation. Here is kind of support level that could also change. We also can see 2 lines of MACD crossing each other, start going in the downward direction. There's a few, but also it's in 1 time frame, so that's why it's a lot of the noise. But actually, it's pretty good to use a lower time frame when you trade with like 2 minutes time of the expiration, so you can see this kind of the noise. You need it actually. And also, one of the cons of trading the indices is harder to find clear entry signals. Definitely. Because classic price action setups are less frequent, and analysis often requires a bigger picture approach. So, oh my God, what's happening right now? It's 1 minute till the end. You see how it's jumping. So yeah, but I already, of course, had the experience with trading indices, so I know how it works. But at the same time, it's still not my favorite one, because I know some people trading the indices. They really like it. They're really professional in that. They could analyze everything about the country, about all of these 500 companies, and everything, and make actually great analysis. I'm not the type of person like this, definitely, because mostly, again, I trade with the short time of the expiration 2-3 minutes. So it's scalping. So here, the fundamental analysis, all of this analyzing of the news, of economic calendar and everything is not that important. Of course, it's still important just to check, the economic situation in the world, just to understand what could happen. But at the same time, it's not the main thing that affect on our result. I will explain this as well. So it's 1 second, we close the trade in the plus. Perfect. Let's delete all of this. So let's change the amount of money to 500. Let's not risk that much, okay? Because we achieved pretty good results, and I think we need to be more careful. Okay, we're trading on this one. Oh, let's check it out. As you can see on the different time frame, the chart looks absolutely different as well. So that's why I'm changing it to check it out in different. So here, let's open a sell trade, because we can see that it was the upper trend before. It creates a new resistance level, start reversing in the downward direction. We can see the last pin bars in MACD red color. They're still above the zero level, if I see it right? But they're gonna cross the zero level soon, making the sell signal even more. And also, we can see two lines of MACD also start crossing each other. It's MACD line and signal line, and they're also crossing the histogram of MACD. It's pretty good signal that our trend could become even stronger. So yeah, about the analysis, fundamental analysis mostly. So now, just for me, I realized that I mostly like to trade with a short time of the expiration, and for this, the most important analysis is a technical one, of course. So I like to analyze everything by what I see exactly right now at the moment. So I need to make the decision right now, and in 2, 3, 5 minutes, I'm gonna have the result, so I can work with that. So even if I didn't close a trade in the plus, I can open a catch up or do something else. Or for example, I close a trade and I can go to another currency pair and not wait for hours, to close it. But it all depends on your style of trading. Maybe you're the kind of person that like to analyze all of the news, check it out. At the same time, you're ready to wait for a few hours to get the result of just one trade. And I know this kind of people, they're really successful in that. They just think more in the long term, and they're not like rushy, they're not liking this kind of the risk when you just opening a trade for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They're more analyzing in the long term, and it's really good actually. So guys, it's 10 seconds till the end of our trade. No, it's not going that great. No way. Oh my god. Okay, we didn't close it, so we're gonna open a sell trade immediately for 2 minutes. Oh my god, no way. No way if I will need to do this video again. Yeah, the mistake that we needed to just add the time of the expiration to the previous trade, so our price will reverse in the direction that we need, because everything was great until the last 10 seconds when our price just starts growing pretty fast. So now it should be great, because again, it's a downward trend. It's just a correction of the price. But that was pretty scary. So it's good that we opened a trade for just $500 first, and now we still have the money. But now, of course, we don't have it on the balance, but we had the money to open the second trade in case of something. So guys, here you can see how the catch-up system is pretty important. Okay, it's 1 minute for now. Let's wait. It's so scary. Okay, but now it's reversing in a downward direction. So now to think about this, I will also tell you how to trade indices. First of all, trading during active hours. For example, S&P 500 best during the US session. For example, DAX during the European session, and Nikkei during the Asian session as well. At the same time, you need to watch the economic calendar. It's like measure events like unemployment reports, GDP releases, or interest rate decision can impact entire indices, of course. So here, if you're the fan of the news, it's gonna be for you. So now it's 1 second, so we close it on the plus. I actually didn't want to look at that because I was thinking, oh my god, I need to make it since the start. Okay, let's make a decision fast. I'm open here, sell trade for 2 minutes. But after the situation when you're almost lost everything, you're like, okay, now I'm gonna do everything I want. And of course, sometimes it's not good, but we are all the real people, so it's fine. So here we can see, okay, now I don't like it so much, but we can see by this exact indicator that is moving in the downward direction, so it's showing us the strong downward trend. But in MACD, we can see the last pin bars is red color. They are below the zero levels, so it's pretty good. The two lines of MACD crossing each other, start going in the downward direction, crossing also the histogram of MACD, so it's pretty good signal as well. So let's wait. Better actually to use higher time frames, M5, M15, 1 hour, because indices respond better to broader technical levels, trend lines, and channels as well. But of course, we're not gonna open here a trade for 1 hour. So that's why I'm doing it in my style for 2-3 minutes. But at the same time, of course, it's really risky, and I don't recommend anyone to trade on the indices with 2-3 minutes, guys. This is no too difficult. And yeah, while we're waiting, so you also can combine with the indicators like EMA, pretty good, MACD as well. That's what we're using, zigzag, RSI, also to spot overbought and oversold zones. Oh my god, it's 10 seconds now. Oh my god, it starts reversing. No. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, we made it. We made it. No way. Okay, let's change the amount of money to 750. But okay, let's open here a trade and open the double up as well. How about that, guys? I decided that, okay, it's gonna be our last trade and it should be really great. Oh my god, but we can see, okay, it's pretty good downward trend. Of course, we can catch a reversal here at any time, literally, but it's pretty strong trend. We're following the rule, trend is our friend. Okay. So we can see on the MACD histogram, the last pin bars is red color, down below the 0 level, pretty strong sell signal. 2 lines of MACD almost crossed each other, start going in the downward direction, but it's also good. The zigzag line, we see here everything. The support level hasn't created yet because the previous support level was broke already. So what is also the strategies that you can use for index trading? So first of all is breakout strategy, of course. So you need to wait for consolidation on your ticket level, and when the breakout happens, follow the impulse. Pretty easy. Second of all is EMA pullback entry. For this, you need to turn on the moving average indicator. So if price pulls back to EMA 21 or EMA 50, by the way, I had the videos recently about the strategies with moving averages, so check it out. It was 3 of them. If it also forms a strong candle pattern like pin bar, engulfing, it also can be a great entry actually. And third of all is also RSI plus EMA trend strategy, because you already saw here the zigzag and MACD, but it's the other one that you can also use. Because when RSI confirms strength and price respects EMA lines, trade in trend direction. Pretty easy. So now guys, it's 4 seconds till the end, but it's going pretty well. 2, 1, and we close it in the plus, guys. We did that. So look at our result. I think this is pretty good, and it was actually pretty difficult for me, even though for you right now it looks pretty easy. But guys, believe me, it's not my first attempt and not even the second one. So I'm pretty happy that we made this kind of the result on the indices. I never made the video about boosting my deposit on indices. Maybe guys, I should do the video about boosting the deposit on crypto or stocks. So let me know in the comments if you want to see me nervous every video. But I think it could be also good experiments. So thank you so much also for one of the subscribers that gave me this idea. I think it's because I think you will like it. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video again. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next trading session. Bye bye.